Hey, it's Mike Hambright from FlipNerd.com, and we have a quick expert tip to share with you from Doug Ottersberg, who's going to share a tip on why keeping score is important to your success.
Hey everybody, so absolutely, when you are working towards a goal in your life, regardless of what that goal is, how will you know when you've achieved it? Along the way, you've got to keep track of what you did in order to get to your goal. And so what do you mean by that, Doug? Let me give you a really good example. A lot of people are always dieting. A lot of people want to lose weight. And when they say they want to lose weight, more particularly, I believe what they're saying is I want to lose fat. Now, I'm one of those people. I noticed a picture of myself at a Christmas time. I'm like, my gosh, who put that basketball underneath my shirt? Where'd that stomach come from? And I started out figuring out what I needed to know in order to make that go away. And I realized very quickly that I needed to keep track of my different areas along the way. So, what did I need to keep track of? Well, I needed to keep track of how much I ate. I also needed to keep track of how much I weighed. Well, I started keeping track of how much I weighed, and the weight was going down, but at the same time, my head was feeling light, and I was getting skinny, and losing weight, but in the wrong places. And so what I also found out is, in addition to weight, I needed to keep track of how much fat am I actually losing. So what a lot of times happens is people will start out on a program on their plan to reach a goal, and something will take them off the path. They're not getting the results that they want, and they'll feel like they failed, and they'll say they failed, and they'll stop. Well, I want you to write this down. There is no failure, there's only feedback. There's no failure, there's only feedback. And so what happened to me on my personal journey here is, for example, I got the feedback that there's something you need to do that you're not doing. And for me, that was, not only do you need to count the calories, Doug, you also need to make sure that you're eating the right amount of carbohydrates, the right amount of protein, the right types of carbohydrates. And you also need to have the right fats in your diet. Because if you don't, you're going to start losing lean body mass, which is what was happening. And the fat's going to stay there. You also need to have different things that you're measuring. So now it's like, oh, okay. So back up. I haven't failed. I just learned some new things. Let's adjust our plan and let's keep moving forward. And the only way I could have done that is by keeping score and learning what I needed to keep score with.
That's great.
So two quick examples. If you're doing marketing, you need to track where your leads are coming from, and you need to learn, keep track of how many of those leads actually convert, so you'll know where to put your money. So that's the type of thing that I'm talking about. Keeping score gives you the feedback you need to make adjustments as you move forward. That's
great. And look at it frequently too.
Yeah, absolutely. Look at it frequently. And so, for example, one of the things we talked about, quickly is knowing where you're going. You've got to have a vision. You've got to write it down. And all too often, and I've been guilty of this of myself, we write things down and put them in a drawer and never look at them again. You've got to look at where you said you wanted to go, look at and keep track of what you said you were going to do to get that feedback to know how you're doing. Am I on course? Am I off course? So that as soon as you find you're off course, you can get back on course and change up what you're doing so that you can continue moving forward.
Thanks for joining us for another FlipNerd.com expert tip. To access hundreds of tips and full expert interviews, please visit FlipNerd.com or join us in the iTunes store. We'd like to thank our sponsors, RealtyMogul.com and National Real Estate Insurance Group. To access the most robust social platform in existence for real estate investors, where you can find off-market wholesale deals, find great vendors to help you in your business, and learn and socialize with other real estate investors, please visit the all-new FlipNerd.com. If you're not yet a member, you can set up a free account in less than a minute. Please note, the views and opinions expressed by the individuals in this program do not necessarily reflect those of FlipNerd.com or any of its partners, advertisers, or affiliates. Please consult professionals before making any investment or tax decisions, as real estate investing can be risky.